The following is an opinion show, and nothing said in this show should be taken as fact or be taken literally. They're just goofing around, trying to have fun. You do like to have fun, don't you? Also, this show is not for kids, so listener discretion is advised. Thank you, everyone, for listening to this week's episode of Geekus Speakus.
Episode of Geekus. Oh,
Episode.
I'm gonna get yelled at for being ableist. Shit. Hi, I'm Bryan.
Dean.
Somebody with a speech impediment is gonna write me. Oh shit. Do we even? You know what? Fine. Write me. We're excited to get written to. If our first letter is going to be somebody going, "How dare you make fun of my speech impediment?"
I mean,
this coming from me, where I do have a bit of a stutter when I get nervous or emotional.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Or if I'm just remotely excited.
Any kind of excited, I'm doing it right now. Or like if I'm upset, it tends to come out. I
get very precise when I'm upset.
Yeah.
Very, like, if you get me angry, I become very precise.
When my emotions flare, I tend to stutter more. But yeah. Please don't be mad at us. Be mad at us for something we actually. Well, I mean, we technically for something worse. So how's your week been?
Long. Just long. They have me training at work, so I am working from like 3 in the afternoon till 11:45 at night.
Ew.
So I'm not getting home till like almost 1 a.m.
Ew, that sucks.
Yeah.
I've been going to an H.P. Lovecraft film festival this weekend, which I'll probably head over for the last day after we're done recording, see if I can catch at least one more movie.
Nice. I also went to the Gaming Arts and Media Expo yesterday, and
nice.
I was disappointed.
Aw.
It was mostly just like you went there to either play game, which I can do that at home. I need to go to a convention to do that, or to buy some kind of like crafted nerdy item. If you wanted non-franchise specific wands that kind of look like Harry Potter wands, you could buy them there. I got myself a dice tower, and I'm gonna use it. But other than that, yeah. Apparently the local idol group, because there's an idol group in this area, did a show. Didn't know about that.
There was an idol show last night that I caught like 5 minutes of. I'm not big on idol stuff, but I wanted to poke my head in to see what was going on. Their Necronom Idol was the group. They're straight from Japan. And they did a performance.
Nice. But yeah, I went to game and it was okay.
Cool.
I spent probably 2 hours there and I was pretty much good. But I did eat at this place. It was like a Dutch fusion restaurant called Van Gogh's Eatery. Yeah. They got this like brandy beef. I don't know what the term is. Oh yeah, it was great. I think I've never used brandy for cooking before, but it just
it works. I don't like brandy to drink all that much, but it's good for cooking.
Yeah. I definitely agree to it. I thought it was just great. And I met up with a friend of mine. I mean, the day
Have you ever had brandied? Have you ever had brandied peaches?
No, but you know what they had on their menu? It's brandied cherries with caramel and brown sugar over a crepe.
Ooh. So that sounds like brandied peaches, except instead of cherries, it's peaches, and it does the same thing where it caramelizes and stuff, and it's really good.
Sounds good.
But yeah, I watched a movie Friday, watched a couple things last night. I've been doing laundry all day today and watching Big Mouth, so I'll probably finish watching Big Mouth after this and then head over and catch one last show.
Nice.
Just because that's what I have time for.
Right.
saw a Spanish film called The Rules of Ruin, which basically translates which basically the plot of this movie is lady's a works as a translator. She gets hired to translate spooky book, gets haunted by After Effects.
Oh. Pretty sure we've seen that in America one time. Pretty sure that was a movie already.
And then what did I see yesterday? I saw. Oh, I listened to a radio drama, a live recording of a radio drama. Apparently, the people do this like every Lovecraft Film Festival, because there's only 2 of these in the country. There's the one in Providence, and then there's the one in Portland.
Okay.
So it's actually kind of like it's the big H.P. Lovecraft like film festival in CthulhuCon.
Okay.
And so they did Shadow over Innsmouth as a live radio play. That was cool. I watched some movie shorts. I watched a Canadian movie about a band going camping and getting high and getting haunted and killed by stuff, which was okay. They had a Q&A section, and they did that thing where I fucking hate from directors of, what did you think it meant? No, bullshit, guy! I'm asking you what that was!
Yeah, I'm not here for your art piece, damn it. I'm here for your movie. Entertain me, monkey. Sorry.
And then, the last thing I saw was they did a once-in-a-lifetime screening of this Japanese version of The Shadow over Innsmouth with subtitles.
Okay.
So, the reason to the once-in-a-lifetime thing is they can't get the rights to release it officially.
Really?
Because of they can't get all the people to sign off to release it. They can't find everyone.
Oh.
And it's some weird Japanese law thing where they have to get everyone who basically worked on it to sign yes, we can re-release this with the subtitles. So basically this was like a bootleg screening of the movie.
Gotcha. Nice.
But it was one of those great old like 70s movies where like half the shots weren't even in focus, and like they're on the beach and you could just, the wind is drowning out the actors.
Yeah.
It was great.
Nice.
And I got a shirt. I got a con shirt that's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So we got a ton of trailers to go over today.
Yeah. No kidding. By the way, little tip, never open every trailer all at once whenever you're setting up, because that can be overwhelming.
Oh, see, that's exactly what I do. But no, when I'm organizing our news stuff, I open up everything and I delete them as I'm done with them.
Yeah, same here. What I did though is, all those trailers that I sent, without thinking about it, I opened every single one of them right before sending out the list. Like, as I was setting out the list. So it's just like, you hear a bit of everything all at once. It's like, wow, this is what the horror movies make, right? This is what you hear everything all at once. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it.
Alright.
First up, we're going into trailer talk.
Trailer talk!
Maybe my friend is right. Maybe we do need a soundboard for after we do this shit. Wah, wah. Alright, let's go and get into this.
Womp womp. No, what we gotta do is we gotta record just us making these noises as our soundboard. So it's a soundboard of us doing these noises. That should be our soundboard. Womp womp.
Oh god. That sounds, oh boy. That sounds terrible. We should do it.
Yes. Alright, so first trailer we have up is The Upside.
Ooh.
This looks heartwarming and funny at the same time.
And just the right amount of Bryan Cranston. Sorry. No, this looks good.
Yeah.
We get Bryan Cranston and Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart doing, for once, I guess, a serious job, but he still makes jokes, so that's interesting. But Kevin Hart, who has a hard time getting a job, he's post-prison, has to take care of a rich Bryan Cranston, who's disabled from the neck down. And you're right, this does look pretty heartwarming and good, and now I want to see it.
Right?
So yeah, it looks. I mean, I don't have to say much about this. This just looks good so far.
Yeah. I there's a couple times in the trailer where I'm just like, I like the whole like I'm guessing it's Kevin Hart's gonna learn to be a better person through Bryan, and then Bryan's gonna like get a lot of his frustration out through Kevin Hart.
Yeah, and live a life you couldn't really live because you can't move. Because I think at one point he was on a motorcycle. No, he's hang gliding.
Hang
He
gliding.
was hang gliding, and obviously a guy who can't move from the neck down generally doesn't go hang gliding. So
Yeah.
it was pretty funny. I also like Kevin Hart's response to that. I feel like that would be me.
Next one we got up here is we got Creed 2, as I've dubbed it, Grudge Match.
Now, I have previously made fun of this movie, but this actually looks pretty good.
Dude, the first Creed movie is super good.
Yeah, and Creed 2 looks pretty good so far.
Right? Like, and we're seeing more stuff from the trailer. Like, he has a kid now.
Yep.
And
He's gonna go fight the guy who killed his dad.
well, I think he's fighting somebody who's related because Drago would be like fucking old now. But there's a lot of splices in there of him training, so I'm wondering if he's gonna do the same training regiment that Rocky did in Rocky 4, where he went up to like the woods and trained and shit.
Ooh, maybe go over to like Russia and try and drag logs through snow or some shit.
Yeah.
Or or is it gonna copy Rocky 4 to the annoying part where it's just gonna be like a bunch of montages?
Dude, That's how we won the Cold War.
That by montage, yes. Everyone
Yeah.
knows that's how we won the Cold War.
Yep. That's how the walls fell. The Berlin Wall
Yeah.
fell down.
Yep, that's exactly. We did a montage, and then the wall came down. It all happened so quickly. If you Google the Berlin Wall, you're just gonna find videos of montages of people describing what happened because it happened so quickly, right?
Yep. Overnight.
Yep, it's overnight. One montage. That's all we needed. Um, jeez. But no, this looks legitimately good, and now I can't wait to look. Like, I think I'm gonna seek out this movie. This looks good, and
Right?
I'm not a sports movie person.
The thing is the thing about the Rocky movies is they're not really.
I mean, it is
They're a sports movie, but they're not really a sports movie. They're in a weird position because they're sports movies that like non-sports movie people like. A couple
yeah,
of movies like that. There's a few movies like that where like non-sports movie people like it.
yeah. What was like Remember the Titans? I really liked when I was younger. I haven't seen it in like 10 years, but I remember seeing it when I was younger because it was such a good movie. But I'm not a football person. I couldn't
Yeah.
like I could tell you teams, but that's because I grew up watching football. But now as an adult, I don't care. So
I honestly, I'm gonna be upfront on this. Um, Football's like the sport I care the least about. Like I got like even baseball, hockey, even soccer. I can be like, yeah, that's the team I root for. I don't really watch it, but that's the team I root for. I don't have a team I root for on football.
that's how I feel about golf, tennis, and hockey.
Well,
I will,
golf and tennis is individuals.
well, yeah, I will say this: as far as hockey goes, I do have a team preference only because go California. It's the LA team. I think it's the name of the team is the Kings. I want to get
No,
schooled by Kings
is it the
fan.
Kings? LA Kings?
LA
Or is it?
Kings. To Google. Ding, Google's that corner.
Yeah, yeah, it's LA Kings.
Cool. So go California. Other
See,
than
I
that,
go for the Sharks, San Jose.
oh okay.
Yeah.
But I'm not a sports person. I know
I'm
football.
not either.
I know football because of my household, and I no longer really care because watching the games can be really boring.
God damn it, they are so boring.
Yeah, they
And
are.
you know what? We probably have some people listening who watch football, and yes, I'm gonna say it. I'm not gonna apologize. That sport is boring. And you know what? It's even worse to watch it live because it's like we're gonna play for 5 minutes, and then set up for 10 minutes.
I will
Oh,
say.
oh, somebody called. Somebody did something. Now we gotta wait for another half an hour for them to set up again, just for them to play for 5 minutes. Why am I here?
I will say this: if someone who listens
It's
to us
cold.
is into football, enjoy football, but we do not think it's fun. Like, I've had to go to football games because I was in band back in high school, and mind you, it's a different ball game. uh, high school football versus professional, but still, if high school is any indication live, then I don't want to go to a professional, even semi-professional, because it's really boring. I always found baseball more entertaining.
Baseball is a little more entertaining because it's like, and I've had people try to explain football to me, and it's like it's not for me. Yeah. Whenever I've gone to live things, it's like I am cold, I'm uncomfortable, I'm bored, I want to go home. See, the thing is I don't mind watching hockey, basketball, and soccer because all three of those sports are basically non-stop.
Yeah.
Those three are non-stop. Those are the three I actually like watching because they don't actually stop. They'll stop for halftime.
Yeah. Well,
and that's it.
They'll take like breaks or they'll switch out players, but they don't really stop. Baseball is done all at once, with the exception of, players have time to relax between whatever position that they're in. So, I agree with
baseball is more exciting if you're sitting in the right spot.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I remember going to Grizzly games back when I was a kid. And the Grizzlies, full disclosure, is not a great minor league team, but they're at least entertaining.
Yeah. So next trailer, let's keep moving on, is they're doing an Elton John biopic?
Yes.
Speaking of things that are entertaining, they're doing an Elton John biopic.
There's more, by the way, because Elton John is directing it, and he's got Joel... Yeah. And it's got Joel Egerton of the Kingsman series to play himself.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wasn't he in the Kingsman?
Yes. Kingsman Part 2.
Yeah.
That's how they met. That's the theory going around. That's how they met, because of Kingsman 2. And Elton John really liked him. Plus, he can sing. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Sing, but he can actually sing. So
is he the gorilla in Sing?
He's the gorilla. He actually sings in an Elton John song in that movie.
Huh.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Sing because the trailers made it look kind of eh.
Yeah. Let's put it this way. If nothing else, look up the Gorillaz performance song, because most of the movie's okay. The hit is literally the end with all the music, even if half the music I didn't give a shit about.
Okay, so alright, cool. I will keep an eye out on that one because I do like Elton John songs. Quick, what's your favorite Elton John song?
Ooh, that's a hard one.
Mine is Tiny Dancer.
That's a good one. It's a bit cliche, but Rocket Man, honestly.
Rocket Man.
Not because of... I know someone's going to say it's because of Shatner. It's not actually because of Shatner. I just really like the song.
I also like Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday's pretty good. I can't remember the name of it, but the lyric is, you're as cold as ice. I can't remember the full lyric, but that one's also one of my favorites too.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a very long trailer, but I'm looking forward to this, even if it does feel kind of ego fanning that the artist is making a movie about himself.
Yeah, but yeah. But it looks like from the trailer that they're not going to skimp over certain things. Like, they're going to be like, because it's not going to, like, a good autobiography gets to the ugly.
Yeah.
As well as the not so ugly.
Right.
Speaking of the ugly and not so ugly,
oh boy.
Holmes and Watson. So stepbrothers in the 1800s.
I will say one thing. We literally talked about this last episode. I said I hate when they team up, generally speaking. Mm-hmm. But there was one line I thought that was hilarious in the trailer that makes me think maybe I should give it a shot. In which they came across a lady doctor and they said some sexist things. That's not the funny part. The funny part is he turns to Dr. Watson and says, "Now let me direct you towards a real doctor." And John C. Reilly was like, "Would you like a prescription for heroin?" And that made me laugh.
I like, there's like little things in there that I'm like, it's the little things that made me laugh and Step Brothers, because I will admit Step Brothers was terrible. I hated that movie.
Yep.
But god damn it made me laugh, and I hate myself for laughing at it.
Sounds like you have a guilty pleasure right there.
And there's like little things like, the old fashioned selfie stick.
Yeah.
That's one of them. Is the
Yeah.
old fashioned selfie stick. And Ralph Fiennes is playing Moriarty,
Nice. I believe he played Voldemort in the Harry Potter movies.
which is our next transition.
We're getting better at segues. We're getting better at this.
Yeah. Final trailer for Harry Potter 9 and the Curse of World War II.
Basically.
Because it was Harry Potter 7 and the Deathly Hallows, Harry Potter 8, everyone dies. Oh wait, no, this would be Harry Potter 10. Harry Potter 9 in the America.
And America.
And then Harry Potter 10 in the Curse of World War II.
Okay.
They're each going to be numbered like this. Harry Potter 9, 10, and 11 are prequels.
All right, great.
Also because I hate naming conventions of like, this movie, part 3, part 2. No, I don't want part 2.
Yeah. Of course, we're talking about the new Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them trailer, and I don't want to watch it.
I probably will watch it. I felt I didn't want to watch the first Fantastic Beasts, and it ended up becoming like my favorite Harry Potter movie just because it wasn't about Harry Potter and his wacky friends.
Now, question. Did you say Fantastic Beasts or Fantastic Beats? Now...
You know what? I want to watch Harry Potter and the Fantastic Beast.
Seems like a headset. The Harry Potter is middle age is now a DJ.
Well, we beat the. Yeah, it turns out beating Wizard Hitler, the Darkest Dark Lord's kind of. You don't need ores all that much anymore.
It's not a lot of work anymore. So I just I started a side hobby. I run a DJ service. There you go. It's the name of the company is Fantastic Beats, and Where to Find Them. Or Harry starts a job out in the country where he grows beets. However you want to make that.
No, you know what? Let's double down. He works at a farm growing beets, but he's secretly a DJ.
There you go. Give up the Aurora life. The new thing I'll be doing is beet farming. And then DJ on the side.
And then we got another trailer for Mortal Engines.
Mortal Engines. I don't have much to say about this.
Mortal Engines.
You say that, but that sounds like that'd be a badass video game if it was like vehicle combat where the vehicle is a city. Kind of like Twisted Metal.
Yeah.
I want that now.
Actually sounds really cool.
Yeah, it does. Maybe do like a strategy game vis-a-vis like Civilization style with like turn-based vehicle movements and shit. Or what's the name of that game series? Defcom?
Defcom?
No, it's not.
Because Defcom is a game. Defcom 5 is a game where you're trying to it's a sci-fi game for like the Windows 95.
Yeah, but I think maybe it's SOCOM is what I'm thinking of.
SOCOM, maybe.
Because it's like aliens and it's turn-based and you gotta go kill aliens. Let me see. Steam offers me nothing. It offered me nothing. Thank you, Steam. Okay, well,
SOCOM was a early PS2 era, PSP and PS2 era multiplayer shooter. It was like one of the few games that supported the PS2 hard drive.
Mm-hmm.
And that was SOCOM.
Cannot remember what it was called. Anyway, it's a turn-based it's a turn-based shooter game where it's like isometric, kind of like Wasteland, but you face aliens. If that means anything.
XCOM?
XCOM. There we go.
XCOM.
You do
Okay.
the
isometric gave it away to me.
Well, like, think about it. You do like an isometric, like, Mortal Engines video game, and it's turn-based like XCOM.
Dude, you know what? No. Here's what I want. I want two giant like bases like that fighting each other, but at the same time you're fighting on those bases.
Ooh, kind of like
And
Land Pirates.
Make it like first-person shooter-esque. Just take that whole battle royale thing, but instead of the shrinking map, make a team effort onto it as well. So each side starts on one of their giant bases,
Right?
And you either win by destroying their base or killing everyone,
Or disabling their engines.
well, that's destroying their base.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, and have it so like, and you have to find ways to get across. Like you can jump across, you can zip line across, but at the same time, they're gonna see you zip lining across, and they're also trying to like go across too. Or you can run across, but you got to be careful because there's giant wheels that can crush you, or like walkie feet and stuff.
Yeah. Your small little walkie feet in comparison to the giant, tires coming at you.
So like you have to do that, and like, okay, once you're on there, now what? Oh shit! Now that but you also got to be careful not to let all of your people go to the other side because now your base is not defended.
So Mortile Engines, that's Mortile, because we want to avoid copyright. Also TM, just saving that ahead of time in case we actually do something about it. But yeah, that sounds like a cool idea. I guess it's distracting from the fact that Mortal Engines is a cool concept and a boring trailer.
Yeah, it is kind of boring.
So maybe the movie will be better. Peter Jackson's pretty good, but so far
Peter Jackson is pretty good.
Yeah, but this trailer did not sell it to me. Is what I'm saying. It's okay.
I gotcha. Moving on. Okay, this next one. Speaking of giant machines, where was this movie 10 years ago?
This is probably the movie we wanted at the time, but
And now I feel it's too late. I've been hearing rumors about this movie. Is that it's not actually it's going to be starting a new set of movies, and they're trying to separate it as much as they can from the Bayformers.
Okay, and just for people who are wondering, we're talking about the new Bumblebee movie.
Which, like, there's scenes on Cybertron with actual Soundwave. The Seekers look like fucking Seekers.
This actually looks good.
It looks good, and I've been hearing that the people in the film, like, it's connected to them, but they're trying their best to separate it from the Bayformers movies so that if it does well, they can just reboot the whole thing.
Yeah. That we could just kind of forget what had happened. Like, yeah, that happened, sure, why not? Anyway, check out what happened back in the 80s. Look at that.
Yeah.
Remember Bumblebee? The bug transformer? Remember him? There you go.
I like that he gets the bee mask. That's he has the bee mask like that in animated. His battle mask looks like that insect face.
Yeah.
That's cool.
My only real complaint is, why have they not still given him a voice?
Well, it shows in the trailer that we're going to see him losing his voice.
Yeah, I get that. But it's been what? We've had 7 or 8 movies before this. And not a single damn one has he had a voice.
We need to get the
original voice actor.
He needs to get a new voice actor because I'm kind of getting a little tired of the
Silent B.
You're right. Yeah.
Well, it was funny and it was good for a while, but I mean the novelty of it has run out after this amount of time. After 2 humans, it's been about 2 humans now that have been running the series. Shia LaBeouf and Mark Wahlberg.
Well, hopefully, if they reboot the series, he'll get his voice fixed.
Hopefully, because it's starting to annoy me a little.
I'm looking at it. Apparently, there's also going to be Shockwave supposed to be in there too. I didn't see him in the trailer, but I fucking love Shockwave.
Yeah, there's the one where the cassette came out of the Transformer.
Well, that's Soundwave.
Oh, that's right.
Shockwave is the mono-eyed laser gun arm.
Yeah, that's right. All right, but yeah, this actually looks good, and I may watch it. And they kind of lost me after the third one, so I mean, if they release anything else, maybe I'll watch it. But
Oh yeah. No, I'm actually excited for a Transformers movie, and it's weird.
yeah,
I haven't been excited for a Transformers movie since like the first one.
I was excited for Revenge of the Fallen until I saw Revenge of the Fallen, and then I regretted my money exchange.
Ugh. Okay, I admit I was excited for the second one, but I wasn't as excited as the first one.
Fair enough. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one here. And apparently, people have been listening to the criticism because it's the new trailer for the Alita Battle Angel, and they did reduce her eye size a bit.
They're still giant, but they're not as giant.
They're not like half her head giant like they were in the original trailer.
Yeah.
This looks actually pretty good so far. I have nothing really to say at the
No,
moment.
it looks like a very like abridged version of the manga,
Right.
which is fine. I don't want, you know what? We don't need. It's not that I don't want. It's we don't need 20 versions of 20 movie series to get everything. You can abridge it.
Yeah. I agree with you on that. We don't need a lot. You can bridge it down to like, one or two books down to a movie. That would not bother me.
Yeah, I agree.
So far so good. That's all I can say about it. I didn't actually read Alita previous to knowing about this, so if you're an Alita fan, go ahead and message us. Tell us what you think. What is your thoughts on the trailer?
Yeah, do that.
Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. We got a trailer for the canon Brawly movie.
Oh, wait, you're messing up the transition. Going from one Japanese thing to another.
Oh, yeah. All right, well, going from one Japanese thing to another, the canon Brawly movie.
We could also have done Transformers to Alita that they're both robots.
I mean, I guess. For the next, I mean, we'll get to that here in a moment, but this trailer has nothing to do with the next trailer.
Well, no, hold on. I can get that. I make sure when I put these in order that there's some bit of transition. So, Broly, trailer of Broly movie. I have questions.
What are your questions?
Why are the children... Okay, first of all, I thought Vegeta was older than Goku. Second of all, why are the babies wearing armor? Where did that armor go when Goku landed on Earth? Why isn't Frieza wearing armor? I have so many questions.
So...
Most of them armor related.
Well, Grandpa Gohan just kind of threw it away, thinking he didn't need it. I mean, what else can you do with that armor there, Brian?
He found him kind of naked, though.
Yes, he did. And I agree. Where the hell did they do with that? But then again, why didn't anybody bother taking the ship? I mean, if I was Grandpa Gohan, I would have grabbed the ship as well. You don't know what you could do with it.
Yeah.
Also, he forgot about launch. So, I'm just saying, if you want consistency, Akira Toriyama is not always the best.
No, he is not.
He forgot about launch.
I've finally got the last two characters of the current season of Dragon Ball Fighters, so being a Dragon Ball fan, I will probably watch this.
Nice.
Also, I fucking love Fused Zamasu.
Mm-hmm.
I've been they finally put more of the dub onto Funimation and Verve, and so we're at the Future Trunks saga, and I don't Goku Black and Zamasu are okay. I really like Fused Zamasu. He's the type of villain I like.
Nice.
Because he's like, I am the world. I am holier than thou. Bow down before me.
Gotcha. Nice.
And speaking of guys flying around doing superhero shit, Aquaman.
Now, I said this last time we got a trailer. I'm going to stick by with this. This does not feel like an Aquaman movie. This feels like Jason Momoa, King of the Sea. Which I'm probably going to name this episode that. Jason Momoa, King of the Sea.
I'm okay with Jason Momoa, King of the Sea. And I'm liking that we get two of Aquaman's best villains.
Yeah. Well,
Ocean Master and fuck Black Manta. I actually really like the design of the Black Manta armor.
It doesn't look as ridiculous as I thought they were going to do when they said they were going to do him. Because, like, Black Manta you can do in comics alright, but in real life, that armor looks ridiculous if you follow it to the comic. But the actual one that they have is like, well, okay, I mean, it still doesn't look great because the whole bulbous head thing, but the rest of the armor looks bitchin'.
Right? I'll be honest. Not I say that too much. Black Manta is one of my favorite DC villains. But he's cool because he's not all he's a mercenary.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not just like, oh, villain for villain's sake. He's usually on the bad guy's side because they pay him to be the bad guy.
Right. I mean, this looks pretty good. It's interesting how the side movies are looking a lot more entertaining than their group movies. They're
Right?
the DCU. But this looks pretty good so far. I had no real complaints other than Arthur Curry seems kind of dumb.
To be fair, Arthur Curry is kind of dumb.
Yeah, but he seems dumber than he would be in the comic. That's all I'm saying.
No, I've heard people are mad about the bro of Arthur Curry being a bro. Have they not watched Brave and the Bold? Jason Momoa is just playing Brave and the Bold Aquaman.
It's funny too because it was one of my favorite Aquaman, more as a joke. Because you're just like, I love that there was a Aquaman song of heroism or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was great. No, not heroism. It was a Aquaman song of rousing. Yeah. Anyway,
that's how you have to think of this Aquaman. Is think of him as the Brave and the Bold Aquaman being played by Jason Momoa.
Is it? Jeez. Jason Momoa, bro of the sea. Oh, jeez. Let's move on to the next one because we're talking about superheroes.
Superheroes. This last trailer brought in 2 great voice actors and a couple more people for this.
Go on.
I'm gonna let you finish the name because I cut you off.
Into the Spider-Verse. And
now with Spider-Ham.
Yeah.
So we got John Mulaney.
Ooh, yeah.
Who is hilarious,
of course,
playing Spider-Ham. And Nick Cage as Spider-Man Noir.
Nice.
And we're getting an actual plot of the series, and I do love schlubby Peter Parker.
Nice. I was reading Web Warriors a few years ago, so this kind of feels like Web Warriors, which I'm not complaining about. Because Web Warriors was pretty entertaining, but this looks like a jokey version of it, and I'm still okay with that.
Yeah.
And, Spider-Ham is great. Now, for those who don't know, Spider-Ham was a spider that was bitten by a radioactive pig, and he mutated to Spider-Ham.
Spider-Ham, it's Peter Porker.
Peter Porker.
Peter Porker, the Spider-Ham.
Yes, which is great. He's canon, by the way, in Marvel's main universe.
Yep, he is.
Yep. It's funny because he's literally from a cartoon universe too. And
they've also revealed
by the
Penny
way,
Parker.
I love. Hold on, it's like this. I love where he's like, "Dude, Annabelle's talking universe. I don't want to freak her out." Was a great line.
That is pretty great. They've revealed that Penny Parker's also in there with her robot. I really, really want a
Penny Parker movie.
No, not Penny Parker. Well, Penny Parker. I don't know enough about her. I want Leah Pardon to show up.
Mm-hmm.
That's my one takeaway from this movie is he doesn't even have to be there for very long.
Mm-hmm.
I just want Leah Pardon to show up.
Nice. I was iffy with the first trailer. With this one, I may actually watch it now. This actually looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looks pretty excellent. And one last movie on here, X-Men 3 2. Because this looks just like a rehash of X-Men 3.
It is in their revitalized universe. We're talking about the
right.
we're talking about the Dark Phoenix storyline. They're redoing it, but under the new X-Men franchise, which probably won't exist in another 5 years, but whatever. It's okay. I just honestly, it's okay. I don't feel anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm burnt out on X-Men because they've had to reset their shit so many different times.
I am too.
Fox just needs to stop. Just stop.
Cut. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
stop. Like, keep up with Deadpool because it's, a joke movie as well as action, so you can actually do something with it. And it only needs a loose tie into the rest of the series, but just stop with the X-Men movies. Just please stop.
Yeah. Well, you know what I am excited for, Marvel-wise?
What?
Daredevil Season 3.
Yes. And then bringing in Bullseye. Now, they don't explicitly say it's Bullseye, but
But that's totally Bullseye.
That's definitely Bullseye.
My theory for this season is that fight that they show in the trailer is going to be like maybe halfway through the season.
Yeah.
And I also want to guess that this is going to be the season they kill Karen Page, and that's like one of Bullseye's defining like moments.
So you think they're going to like kill off because she's taking the work off of Rosario Dawson's character by being the transitionary character between the other characters now. So do you think they're going to permanently bump her off?
I feel like they're going to, because that was a big part of Bullseye's character.
That he killed Karen Page?
Yeah. And that's basically what set up the hate boner between him and Deadpool. Not Deadpool. I did this the other day talking with a friend. Daredevil.
Yeah.
Wrong guy in red. I did the same thing the other day.
Now people won't get mad at me for getting the names wrong. Haha. This season looks pretty good, and there's a report on the side of this. I didn't include it because I forgot to, but what happened in Defenders, without spoiling anything, will affect his physical condition in the upcoming series, in the upcoming season. Yeah, I'm sure you saw Defenders, so I'm gonna tell you what happened.
Yeah.
But what happened in that will depict what will be consequences for the upcoming season.
Interesting.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. And
With some Netflix as well, which I'm hoping I can watch this on Netflix, because I've been hearing mixed things of, it's only going to be on the DC thing on the US, but then I'm hearing other things where it might be on Netflix. And if all else fails, I'll just use a VPN and say I'm in Canada to watch this. But Titans.
It's a Netflix trailer, but it's the full trailer for the new series. So far, so good.
It doesn't look bad.
Yeah. So far, like the Beast Boy. My only question is, who are they getting to replace Cyborg? Maybe Hawk and Dove?
Hawk and Dove, because Cyborg, this is in the continuity where Cyborg's a Justice Leaguer.
No, that's the thing, though. If it's part of the Arrowverse, it's a separate universe from the movieverse.
Oh. It might still be the thing where Cyborg's in the Justice League.
Could be.
But it looks like Hawk and Dove are going to be the replacement for Cyborg.
Yeah. So far, so good. Although I do think it's weird that, Robin is a detective in Detroit.
I'm trying to... the original Titans was in California.
I thought it was in Bloodhaven.
He didn't go to Bloodhaven until after he was done being a Titan in California.
Oh, okay.
He left Batman, went to be a Titan for a bit, and then once he became Nightwing, he moved to Bloodhaven.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so far this looks good. I have no real complaints beyond, like I said, him being a detective in Detroit. I mean, I suppose if you're going to go anywhere to fight crime, major cities like Detroit and New York would be a good place, but I just thought it was weird that he's already a detective.
Yeah, well, I like that they're doing, like, the early 20s Robin.
Right.
Starfire looks pretty cool. As you said earlier, the whole transformation thing, Beast Boy's transformation looks pretty decent.
Yep.
I like this version of Hawk and Dove. I actually might watch a couple episodes of this. I'll give it a chance.
Yeah, I'll give it probably 2 or 3. If they can at least hook me up with that, I'll stick with the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and move on, because we're already on DC. Might as well move to the next one.
Oh, yeah.
The new Harley Quinn series.
With Poison Ivy, played by Daria.
Yes. And Kaylee she's on Big Bang Theory.
Kaylee Kuko?
Yeah, I can never say her last name. but she is playing Harley Quinn. I like it because it's self-referential, and they make fun of themselves because you even have Poison Ivy make fun of how dark the series are in the DCU.
And speaking of, it's they got Diedrich Bader to be Batman.
Nice. Wait, that was Deidre
Speaking
Bader?
of, that was Diedrich Bader.
That sounds like
I looked it up because I thought it was it's Diedrich Bader, guy who did it from Brave and the Bold.
Huh.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought that was can't remember his name, but he's the one who did Lego Batman.
I thought it might have been him as well, but I went and looked and it said Diedrich Bader. So.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's like, but it's like Daria is Poison Ivy.
Yeah. I'm down for this. I'm cool with this. This looks pretty good.
I will probably watch it. I'll probably watch it. I'm glad it's a cartoon and not a live action show.
Yeah. I don't think it would do well live action.
Not really, no.
Let's go ahead and move on to the next one.
Holy crap, the trailer, this show actually looks really good.
Actually, I want to give you props. You called it. It is Princesses of Power.
It's Princesses of Power, yeah.
Yeah. Because they talk about it.
Yeah. And I like that they on the trailer gave us a bit of the backstory of their world. She's betraying her people to join up with the good guys. And it looks very empowering.
Yep. It's pretty good. And I don't know, this just looks pretty good. My only question is this going to lead to He-Man? Because it said by the honor of Grayskull. So Grayskull is a real thing in their universe.
Well, it was honor of Grayskull in the She-Ra as well.
Yeah, but remember, they were cousins in the series. So I was like, are they going to bring in He-Man?
Who knows? Maybe. You know what? I don't want to bring in a full He-Man series. But I'd be okay with a single episode or two, like do like an hour-long episode kind of deal, like where it's a two-parter episode, where He-Man shows up.
Okay, fair enough. That'd be pretty good.
Like do like an hour-long two-parter episode where He-Man shows up and Skeletor shows up, and then Skeletor and He-Man go back home after that episode.
Yeah.
Like the episode of Voltron where they go to the other universe and they have they have Sven instead of oh fuck, I don't remember his name right now. Mr. Black Lion.
Nice.
Cause if give me a second, Voltron.
By the way, speaking of that, you just reminded me, I've been going through the anime list on Netflix, and all the new animes seem to be mech animes.
I mean, I do like mech animes. Okay, so if you don't know, Shiro was in the original Voltron, he was Shiro, and in the new Voltron he is Shiro. But in the American release of the original Voltron, he got renamed as Sven.
Okay.
So when they go to the other universe, there's a Shiro who is named Sven.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm hoping they might do something like that. I'm hoping I'd be fine with something like that for He-Man.
Nice. All right. Go ahead.
One more on Netflix, Sabrina.
Yeah. I like it. So far, the trailer looks pretty good. I'm still waiting to see if we're going to go to Salem. I did think it's funny when one of her aunts killed the other aunt. I mean, it wasn't apparently...
then she comes back.
Yeah. And it looks pretty good. And I don't know, like, just in general, I'm liking the trailer. So maybe the series will be good.
Right? Like, I like it. And, well, the comics for, the Riverdale of Sabrina are pretty creepy.
Yeah. Well, they've revitalized the series in, like, 2013 to be darker. Instead of less, like, less Bewitch, if you will. Because the original series was kind of like Bewitch.
Yeah. And Melissa Joan Hart is just making crappy religious movies now.
Yep. And we're not just saying that because we're anti-religious. We're saying that because they're not good movies.
Yeah, they're not good movies.
But so far, so good. I mean, I have nothing really to say about this. When the series comes out, I'll probably have more then. But so far, I like it.
God's Not Dead are not good movies.
No, they're not. Let's go ahead and move on to the last trailer. And
More from Fallout 76.
I'm not more excited, but it's interesting to see.
Is it bad that I'm like less excited now? Like,
Um,
I'm just not excited about this game.
yeah, but you always prefer the isometric version anyway.
I did, but I wouldn't mind like another 3D just running around doing stuff one. Give the reins to Obsidian again. I want another Obsidian one that takes place on the West Coast.
You just liked it because you prefer the West Coast.
It is the best coast.
Full disclosure for our listeners, I've been to both coasts. Both are okay.
Or you know what? Give them money and let them finish and officially support Fallout Lone Star and the Pacific Northwest Fallouts.
There you go. Or start supporting other independent studios like the people who make Fallout New California. They're almost done, by the way. Their official release date is the 22nd of October. I'm excited.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm pretty sure we've said what we need to say on Fallout 76, but I do want to let you know I did, because we'll transition to this later, I did watch The Dragon Prince.
Okay.
If you like...
Do you want to talk about that right now? Let's talk about that right now.
Well, I watched The Dragon Prince. If you liked Avatar, you'll probably like this. It's the same kind of... Yeah, it's the same kind of humor, same kind of like young teenager trying to define themselves, going on a grand adventure, but different. They have their own like rules of magic and this whole like elves and dragons versus humans thing. It's pretty good. I would suggest checking it out.
I like I mean I like Avatar. I've been meaning, it's on my watch list. Dragon Prince is on my watch list. I'll get to it. But so you recommend it?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything particular I should keep an eye out for?
Well, let's see. Not in the beginning, because it's a good season so far. Like, I already finished it. It was a good season, but you could tell it felt like a build-up season. Kind of like how the first season of Avatar: The Last Airbender was pretty much just a build-up season.
Gotcha.
It seems that the writers of the series have the same general idea, is that your first season is your build-up season for the overall adventure. The only thing I had to say is, my only complaint is that they do everything in like a CG, and sometimes the CG can get a little bit choppy. That was my only real complaint. Like, it doesn't, it doesn't like clip or anything like it does in video games, but it does get a bit choppy, and that's my biggest complaint with CG in general. But it's pretty good. It builds up, looks like it's building up to something great so far.
Okay.
I would suggest at least watching it. You'll pretty much know if you'll like it probably by the 5th episode. That's when I figured out what I liked it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, check out The Dragon Prince. And,
okay.
Yeah.
You know what came out this week?
What's that?
Fucking JoJo Part 5.
Oh, I bet you're psyched about that.
Oh, I'm so excited. But I'm waiting. I'm more excited for episode 2 because that's when we'll get the new the LP and the ending and opening songs, and I want to know what classic rock or classic American song they use.
Nice.
Not American, Western, because Yes is an American, but yeah, they use a Western song for all their endings, like they did Yes is Roundabout, The Bengals Walk Like a Magician, Savage Garden, I Want You. And so I'm excited to see what this one is because I can't find anything about it. I'm so excited. And holy crap, fucking Koichi kicking ass. Ah!
Nice.
But yeah, if you get a chance, watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. We're on part 5, Golden Wind, and I'm totally not mad by one of the name changes.
Okay, great.
So they've been changing the names. I've talked about this before in the past. Giorno Giovanna's stand is Golden Experience, which is named after a Prince album. They have to change the stands in the American translation due to artists being Sue happy. So now they changed it to Golden Wind, which is fine because the name of this one is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5, Vento Oreo, which basically translates to Golden Wind.
Nice.
So it actually makes the it's basically the name of the series. So I like it. It's fine. It works for it.
Cool. All right. So yeah, you're looking forward to JoJo.
Yep, I'm all ready for it. I'm excited to see how they play out Diavolo. We got a bit of Giorno's stand in this one. Koichi returns from part 4, kicking ass because it's like Giorno tries to like pull one out from under Koichi, and Koichi's like, "Nah, bitch, I fought fucking Kira. You ain't doing nothing."
Nice. Nice.
And then at the end we see Buccarati, Bruno Buccarati, and his crazy power where he can make zippers grow on you.
Okay.
I'm excited more to see my favorite Joe Bro from this part of Guido Mista, whose stand power is bullets. He still needs a gun to fire the bullets, but his stand power is bullets.
All right.
But yeah, JoJo Part 5. So, shall we get into some news? We do have a couple people who died. Jefferson Airplane lead singer, Marty Ballin died, and Will Villman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably saying the wrong name. But yeah, one of the guys who made Jefferson Airplane passed of cancer. Will Vinton. Will Vinton is the other one.
Okay.
I just kind of glossed over the Jefferson Airplane one because I think I only know like one Jefferson Airplane song, and he's not the one who sings it.
Right. But in memoriam to them, rest in peace. Yeah, I believe one of the people you mentioned, he was a animator for stop motion.
Will Vinton was the guy behind
like California Raisins.
California Raisins. He did a bunch of Michael Jackson stuff. Like he did the Captain EO thing. He did Moonwalker. He did the Noid. He was the original animator for the M&Ms. Before they went CGI. Now,
don't be annoyed and tell us what you thought of the California Raisins. As a kid, I found them fucking creepy.
They were fucking creepy.
They were.
His studio also did the PJs.
Ooh.
And do you remember that thing that goes around the internet of that creepy Mark Twain thing with with death and stuff?
No.
You'll have to look for it, but it's claymation and it's this creepy Mark Twain thing where these kids face off with death. He did the animation for that as well. And but his company eventually got taken over by Leica.
Okay.
Which is the people behind Coraline and Kubo.
Ooh.
And he is a Portland native as well.
Nice.
Well, I'm not a Portland native, but he is a Portland native as well, because that's where that is. So.
Right. All right. Well, rest in peace. He's had a good career, even if the California Raisins did freak me the fuck out as a kid.
Oh, is that the
couple little monstrosities?
Is that the one? I didn't realize that was Jefferson Airplane. Give me 1 second. I want to see if this is the one I'm thinking it is. I'm gonna meet you for. Yeah, I didn't realize. Okay, I do know another Jefferson Airplane song, and it's one that I like.
What's that? Like, don't sing it. We don't got copyright.
It's Jefferson Airplane's version of Somebody to Love.
Oh,
Don't you want somebody to love? Don't you need somebody to love? Wouldn't you love somebody to love? You better find somebody to love.
Thank you. No, we owe them like $50 million. All right.
Oh, whatever. Nobody's going to... They'll have to come to my house to get that money. Good luck.
Let's go ahead and move on to the rest of the news here. They're working on a biopic for George Carlin.
It has to be R-rated for language alone.
Yeah. Well, he's the one who made the 7 dirty words you can't see on TV and radio back in the 70s.
Piss, shit, fuck, cocksucker, motherfucker. I'm missing one.
Yeah, well, it ended up becoming like 12 eventually.
Shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, tits. I forgot cunt.
There you go. And he was behind so many of the famous rantings back in the 90s that people still quote. You have to do R-rated if you're doing George Carlin.
Yeah.
You
Oh
have
god,
to.
this movie would be terrible if they made it PG-13.
It would be terrible because you're not living up to the Carlin name at that point. The early part of his career was shock humor. The later part of his career was political commentary. So you have to make it R-rated to really represent him well.
Yeah, no, you have to.
Some might argue NC-17, but most movies won't carry NC-17. So most distributors, excuse me, won't take NC-17. I don't know. I look forward to this. George Carlin was a pretty funny guy. This could be a good movie.
He was pretty funny. Let's see what else do we got in the movie news. Blue, 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 blue. We got some images of Tom Hanks as Mr. Rogers.
Now, I just want to point out this doesn't look like Tom Hanks as Mr. Rogers. This is like aged Tom Hanks, but I'm still okay with this because it does look pretty good.
Right?
Did I tell you about how my dad actually met Mr. Rogers when he was a kid?
I think you mentioned it on a previous episode. Yes.
Yeah. So it's weird to hear. And then Tom Hanks does not look like him, but no. But I still look forward to this. This does look pretty good.
It does, and it's the nicest guy in Hollywood playing the nicest guy.
Yep. And many of us grew up watching, I'm sure, so I'm looking forward to this. Let's
Right?
let this be a thing.
I'm down for it.
Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. They're still working. I didn't even know they were doing this, honestly. They're working on a Monster Hunter movie.
It's starring what's her face from the fucking Resident Evil movies.
Oh, Sigourney Weaver?
No, from the Resident Evil movies.
Oh, I don't remember.
Mila Jovovich.
There you go. Nobody wanted this?
No, I don't think nobody wanted this at all.
I mean, I'm sure in a literal sense, I'm sure somebody did. As a whole, though, I don't, because there's barely a plot to those games. Why do they need a movie?
Right? Like, I don't get it. It's because it made money. It
It made
made a ton of money, and so some Hollywood bigwigs like, I'm gonna make a movie out of this.
I will say, on the new bring of video game movies that have come out recently are still better than every Uwe Ball movie that has ever come out ever. So, our video game movies have gotten better over time.
Yeah,
I don't know, have you seen an Uwe Ball movie?
I have.
They're terrible. They're all terrible. Literally every single one of them are terrible. So
They are all bad.
yeah. We're not quite there yet, but things have gotten better. That's all I'm saying. But nobody wants this. Let's not stop pretending like we do. Nobody wants this.
Nobody does.
Let's go ahead and move on. And they finally have an announcement. Two things, actually. The release date and the announcement of Kingsman 3.
Oh yeah, yeah, they're gonna do a third one. Like the second one was all right. It wasn't as good as the first one, but it was still fun.
It's still
and
entertaining.
speaking of that, we had Elton John.
What?
It had Elton John. Elton John was in the second one.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
I look forward to this. It's coming out next year in 2019, so that's great. That's the announcement. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to this because 2 was not as good as 1. 2 was still pretty good though. These so far have been entertaining.
Yeah, I'm good for it. And also like we had that bit from the Channing Tatum character, so maybe he'll be in this one more.
My only real question here is he's kind of a prince now, so is he not going to be a prince anymore, or is it he's just kind of ignoring the prince part?
I don't know.
Because he's the prince of a major country. It's not, I mean...
Yeah.
Mind you, from my understanding, the royal family doesn't actually... It's kind of like the Queen of England, and it's more of just a public figurehead. No real power, but still, when you're a spy, you kind of have to not be noticed, and you're the prince of a country. It's kind of hard not to be noticed.
True.
Especially in your own country. So I don't know. Like, I look forward to this. I just have questions. That's all I'm saying.
Well, maybe those questions will get answered as this comes out more.
True enough. Do you want to move on to the next one?
Oh yeah. So basically everyone except for Michael Cera has played like a superhero
Mm-hmm.
from Scott Pilgrim.
Yep.
Because now we have Elizabeth Winstead, who played Ramona Flowers, as the Huntress.
Now, hear me out here. We're getting a Birds of Prey movie, which does sound awesome. But I figured out who I wanted Michael Cera to play, and if we were to get him as a superhero. And hear me out here. Plastic Man.
Michael Cera, Plastic Man.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So let's move on to the Birds of Prey movie. I just want to put that out there. Something for people to think about. But yeah, we're getting a Birds of Prey movie. We got, like I said, the actress who played Ramona Flowers. Birds of Prey, for people who don't know, we're pretty much every bird-themed DC superhero as a
Well, it's
team.
all the ladies. It's all.
Yeah.
It's not just the. It's not the birds. It's all the ladies because the Hawk and Dove weren't on that team.
Yeah.
And they're bird themes. It's all the ladies. It's Barbara Gordon, Huntress,
It's got Barbara Gordon, Huntress. This team has actually changed, rotated in it a few times, but
it's been a rotating team. Looks like they're doing Harley Quinn, being played by Margot Robbie, is bringing in Journey Smollett Bell.
okay. So here are the current and former Birds of Prey: Batgirl, Black Canary, Huntress, Oracle. It says Gus Yale. Formers are Lady Blackhawk, Big Barda, Jada Canary, Gypsy, Hawk Girl, Judo Master, Manhunter, Kate Spencer, Misfit, Hawk Dove, Black Alice, Power Girl, Vixen, Starling, Katana, Strix, Condor, Catwoman, and Poison Ivy.
So it's the ladies superhero team.
The villains, the heroes and anti-heroes of DC, basically.
Yeah. It's DC's Ocean's 8.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Journey Smollett Bell, and I'm a little annoyed, mainly because I really wanted someone super Irish to play Black Canary. But now
What?
they have a black lady playing Black Canary. Well, she's Black Jewish, and she looks alright. She looks cool, but like, I don't know. I wanted like somebody who was super Irish playing Black Canary.
Why? The character's American.
She's like Irish American, like she's actually Irish.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, she was in True Blood. Who was she in True Blood? Wait, what? Oh, that's right. She was from the end of the season when where everything started jumping the shark. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
But you know what? I hope she does a good job. I support her. It's not what I would have done, but I support her. Moving on, we got something I may not support as much, but it could still be fun. Live action Lilo and Stitch.
I'm good. Don't need it.
Well, I you know what? If we can get a
Pacific Islander.
a Pacific Islander actor, some chops, a young Pacific Islander actor in a good movie, I'm good for that. And depending on how they do Stitch, I could also make or break it.
I didn't feel like they needed a live action. I thought it was kind of dumb that they did it. So
No, they're doing everything like a live action currently. So
I guess. I'm just saying I'm good. I don't need this in my life.
speaking of dumb, we got Mysterio revealed. Clips of Mysterio for the next Spider-Man, but he doesn't have his fishbowl on yet, so he's not quite dumb yet. But I love the fishbowl because it's so dumb.
Now, out of all the villains they could have done, why Mysterio?
Because Mysterio's pretty fun.
Now, they could have done Rhino. They could have done Scorpion. They could have
No, you know what? Okay, I think they're doing Mysterio because Mysterio hasn't been done before.
Fair enough, but Rhino hasn't really been done, except for like the ending of the last Spider-Man series. And neither has Scorpion. We've never seen a Scorpion in one of the series yet.
No, we haven't. But you know what? I like Mysterio and his absurdity, so I'm kind of excited. Oh, another podcast I listened to was talking about this and what they want one of Mysterio's defining moments, and part of why he became a bad guy was he was doing a magic show, doing as the magician, not the stage, not the SFX guy,
Mm-hmm.
and he did I'm going to make this fine, I'll make this audience disappear thing at the same time Thanos snapped his fingers. And he was the only one in the theater who didn't turn to dust. And then he became obsessed with trying to recreate it, and that's how he became a bad guy.
So he thought he legitimately did it, not knowing at the same time the Infinity Gauntlet was being used.
Yeah,
that's pretty hilarious. Yeah, all right, I'm cool with that. That would be a great one to have
that's
at movie
that's
theaters.
what you got to do. Is you got to do Mysterio absurd.
Right.
Mysterio can't be taken seriously.
Well, it's because the special effects one is he's just that's it. He's special effects. He just wants to steal shit. That one at least sounds like it would be like a plausibly funny thing to have in a Spider-Man movie. Let's go ahead.
Speaking of Marvel movies, there's a bunch of stuff on the docket that MCU wants to do.
Yep.
Everything! Eventually we'll have the arcade movie, and the Trapmaster movie, and the Darkhawk movie, and the...
Oh, sir.
Everything movie.
So much. Like, we could get,
Who would you have play Darkhawk?
I honestly don't remember who Darkhawk... It's been so long, I don't even remember what he does.
He has a suit.
That's it?
Yeah.
Now, the question for you here is, if they actually managed to get him back, good old Childish Gambino, would you want him to reprise his role, but under the superhero?
I want him to be the Prowler.
Do you want the Prowler to be back? Do you want him to reprise his role as the Prowler?
Yes.
Well, mind
yes.
you, he's not the Prowler yet, but
he's
become
cast.
the Prowler.
He's already cast. I want him to be the Prowler,
right,
and do the Prowler stuff.
Okay. There you go. We totally got off subject. The point remains the same. I mean, cool, new Fantastic Four, new X-Men. Fox keeps fucking them over, so this is nice, but eh?
And I love that they're willing to do a series if it doesn't work for a movie.
Yeah. And it doesn't sound like they're planning on killing Deadpool. Because it sounds like like Disney's not going to end Deadpool, the movie
Deadpool
series.
makes too much money.
Yeah. And he's become a cult favorite. Well, I guess it's not cult anymore, it's mainstream, but he was cult for the longest time. So
yeah.
So who knows? I'm okay with them saving Deadpool, but pretty much everything else Fox has made, we can just say it never happened, and I'm okay with that.
Right? Well, wasn't Fantastic Four? No, Fantastic Four was Fox. Spider-Man was the only Sony.
So yeah, Spider-Man was both Spider-Man, or the last two were made by Sony. Fox did Fantastic Four and every X-Men movie so far.
Yeah. All right, and then staying on Disney, we found some news about Last Jedi.
Yep. So the underwhelming response that it had received, any backlash from it, a study found that it was actually Russian trolls again.
Yep.
Why?
Fucking Russia.
No, like...
Because our president sucks Putin's dick. Yeah, come at me, FBI. I know you're listening. You know where I live. I'll be waiting for you. Don't go after Dean. Come after me. Yeah, hey, Dean, if you need another host,
like, I get that the trolls do it and our president sucks dick, but why were they aiming for Star Wars? That one doesn't make sense. Why would you aim?
Because apparently it affects. It had something. It even says it in the article. Give me a second. Blah blah blah. Load it up real fast. It has something to do with there's a polarization of the it politicizes fans. Fans get politicized by Star Wars movies.
So they botched the movie so that people will get upset about the movie.
and that way they'll stay on Trump's side and not be like, hey, wait a minute, this guy's like the evil emperor. And yeah, we should really team up with people of different colors and creeds.
Oh, I gotcha. I don't really get the like, don't get me wrong, it was not the greatest movie. It's also not the worst movie I've ever seen, and certainly not the worst in the series. That honor would belong to episode 1, in my opinion. That aside, though, it was actually a decent movie, and fuck you, Russian trolls.
Speaking of decent movies, I'm excited for episode 9.
Yep, and we got a release date. It's coming out December 2019.
Woo! Woo! That's like that's over a year from now.
Yep, and they're pulling back pretty much every other Star Wars movie, so we're not going to get any more until December 2019. But not only did they announce that, they did announce a new Mandalorian series. How does that make you feel?
I like the Mandalorians. I don't know why. I like the Mandalorians, but I feel... I don't know. I want to know more about it.
Yeah. I mean, we finally get some pictures of them, and I wonder what they're going to do, if they're going to follow the old canon. It's now extended universe where they were just in hiding in the movies, with the exception of Jango, because it's Jango. But, because you never see them.
It's just going to be a Jodo cast movie.
Yeah, probably.
Like, I like Boba Fett. That's who I like, and I want Boba Fett stuff, but
I want more Jango stuff.
I don't know. Are they going to be rebuilding the Mandalorian stuff? When does this take place? Who is this about? I want to know more before I get excited.
Fair enough. I completely understand that. I was always more of a Jango fan. I don't think they're going to touch on Jango, though, for reasons I still don't entirely understand. But you're right. We don't know enough about this to get hyped. We just know that they're still working on it. So, I mean, at least there's that.
And it's done by
Favreau.
And he's not bad. He's done a lot of the stuff for the MCU, and I like the MCU.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Let's move on to the next one in here. And
live action Avatar. It couldn't be possibly worse than what we had.
I mean, I liked the original Avatar, but the live action movie was just terrible. So
let's ignore that one ever happened. Hey, you know what they're finally doing? They're doing a live action Avatar.
Yeah. Oh boy, this has never been done before. I can't wait for it.
Right? Oh my god, this looks so... And it like that, just that little clip we got there. I mean, there's no way they could botch this.
Yeah. You know, I'm sure.
And it's being done by the guys who actually worked on the show.
Nice.
And not some hack director.
Yeah, not some hack director who says that the names are wrong, even though the original character, so it doesn't make sense to say that the names are wrong. But
you know, we're gonna follow the adventures of
Ong,
Sokka, and Ong.
Fuck, god damn it. Okay, I know we said we're gonna step away from this, but hold on. I want to address the idiocy of that. To say that their names would not be pronounced correctly under their given names on the show is stupid, considering that they were original characters based on a fantasy universe. It's not like it was Fantasy China, okay?
I mean, technically it was Fantasy China.
Okay, it was Fantasy China, but that's besides the point. It's not like it was literally called China. Okay?
Oh no, the thing is I think their names are closer, are like, Aang is the Chinese way of pronouncing it.
I don't know. I don't know Cantonese. I don't know Mandarin. I'm not going to pretend I do. I will say...
No, Ong is the Indian way, because he's like, oh, I'm Indian, so I'm going to make it the Indian way. That's the way I've heard about it. That's the way I heard it was described, is he made him pronounce it the more Indian way, and not the Chinese way. And no, that movie never happened. That movie doesn't exist.
Yep, we're just going to ignore that. That's just a fever dream. We're going to ignore that.
That's just a fever dream.
Yep. We all collectively had one fever dream all at once about one movie that didn't happen.
Just, yeah. Do you know what movie's more real?
What?
The Shazam Wizard, the Shazam Genie movie.
There you go.
Starring Sinbad.
Shaquille, my friend. Oh, you're talking about that one.
That's Kazam. I'm talking about the one that doesn't actually exist.
The one that doesn't actually exist?
The one that stars Sinbad that everyone seems to remember because everyone has shitty memories.
I mean, I remember Kazam with Shaquille O'Neal.
There was Kazam with Shaquille O'Neal. That's the one everyone gets mistaken. So, it has to do with the whole,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's a syndrome where people like they don't remember this existing.
And people are like, "Hey, there was a movie about a genie called Shazam starring Sinbad," and it's like, "No, you're thinking of Kazam starring Shaquille O'Neal."
Yeah.
And it's just people getting stuff mixed up. So I'm gonna say that that movie is more real than the Avatar movie.
All right. And one day we'll
So-
write a wiki page about the movie Shazam starring Sinbad.
So you said Dragon. Yeah. So you said you like Dragon Prince.
Yep.
Looks like we're getting a season 2.
Yes, because they left. Well, it's not really a cliffhanger per se, but they left build up on the last season, so I'm looking forward to this.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. But it'll be sometime in 2019.
I'm looking forward to that because it was only like 9 episodes for this season, I think. So I didn't feel like it went.
Seems
long
on par for Netflix series. Like,
yeah, 9 to 13 usually.
yeah. Voltron had a season where it was only 6 episodes.
Oh, what was it? Castlevania was 4.
4, yeah.
Yeah.
And so,
Go ahead.
other nifty things. Spider-Man PS4 has made his appearance in the comic.
Now, full disclosure, I'm a Spider-Man fan. In fact, when I went to game yesterday, yesterday when I went to game, I was wearing a Spider-Man shirt. Spider-Man's my favorite superhero. But I do starting to feel like there's a bit too many Spider-Man in the comic books. Different versions of Spider-Man.
Makes money.
I know, but I mean, I guess the idea is you can apply Spider-Man to pretty much anybody that way. So,
And speaking of too many Spider-Man, we were just talking about how Into the Spider-Verse looks good, and I really like the Spider-Verse thing in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
Where like I like seeing all the Spider-Men of the different universes like doing stuff together. That
Right.
was kind of cool.
I mean, I liked it, but it's like, how many more Spider-Man do we need to add?
Told you already. We need Leopard. They can't stop until Leopardon.
Dude, they even have one of Peter Parker's clones. Not Ben Reilly. I mean, he's alive and has his own series again, but the other one whose name I can never remember.
Kane?
Kane.
Kane's
thank
my
you.
favorite. Kane is fucking kick ass. No, you know what's really a really good one is Kane's solo series, because when he's in Dallas, and I like the solo series with Kane.
I don't know. It just feels too much. I mean, I always thought the Clone Saga was convoluted, but now we've got like
Everyone thinks it's convoluted.
they got Yogi Spider-Man. That's not even like an insult. Like the guy legitimately got his spider powers through the power of yoga. Yeah. There's May Parker, which is married.
That's Marvel 2's. So
She's
Marvel 2 continuity was the original Ultimates, but it was a split off from the original one instead of a brand new one.
No.
Time went on normally.
Not that May Parker.
Different May Parker?
Yeah, it's Mary Jane and Peter Parker have a child.
That's the one I'm talking about. Mayday Parker.
Okay. I thought you were talking about.
She's from Marvel. She's from the Marvel 2 continuity.
I thought you were talking about what was the fucking name? It was the female clone of Spider-Man in the Ultimate Universe.
No, that's somebody else.
That was, I mean, it was Spider-Woman's actual name. I can't remember Spider-Woman's actual name, but that was her name. Well, that's the name she.
No,
adopted
that's
anyway.
somebody else. No, MCU was a alternate universe. I think it finally stopped a while ago.
Yeah.
But it was basically if time had gone normally in Marvel instead of being like the time dilation that we have.
Right.
So like Peter, when this was being released in like the 90s, I want to say it was the 90s. Peter was like 40 years old.
Right.
And he had a daughter who became Spider-Man.
Yep. And like it's the Web Warrior. They even have Doctor. I don't know her name.
Oh,
But they have.
I know that they're doing more stuff with Superior with Doc Ock Spider-Man, which is I think he's going by Superior Octopus now.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't just
which
that.
is cool.
They have. But by the way, nice way of reading what I was doing because that's sort of what I was aiming for. They have. I don't know her name, but her last name is Octavius, and she is a Spider-Man of a steampunk universe. But she's not part of the spider totem because all her abilities are based around technology, not spider powers.
Oh, she's an octopus.
Yeah, she's literally like an Octavius of another universe. But she's Spider-Man. She's like their version of Spider-Man in that universe.
Gotcha.
Yeah. they have all kinds of like Spider-Man for pretty much like I was reading Web Warriors and someone gets Noir Spider-Man.
Spider-Punk isn't. The actual Spider-Punk is the Prowler.
Yeah. But they
So
also
it's not always Peter.
I don't know. No, I'm talking about Peter. I'm just talking about like spiders in general. Like
Mm.
they got Silk. Okay, actually, Silk's a decent read, and Spider Gwen, and all, yeah, they're just adding to the spider people.
I do, however, I will stand by my recommendation of if you read. I'm looking for the years. It's the Scarlet Spider run through, the Kane Parker Scarlet Spider.
Okay.
Is a very I liked it. One, it's doesn't take place in New York. It takes place in Dallas.
Right.
Um, he joins up with this girl named Araceli, who's a demigod. Who becomes a superhero. Who doesn't know she's a demigod, and it's just Kane Parker being like, "I don't want a superhero. I just want to retire. I'm tired of this shit." But then he's like, "I fucking have to superhero because like it's my responsibility."
Hold on, I have a question. Now in Dallas, you can't really be a web slinger. I don't know if you've been to Dallas. Not a lot of skyscrapers.
That's the point that he runs into that.
You know what he should have done? Topeka. He should have gone to Topeka. There is no flatter plane of existence than Kansas. You should have gone to Topeka. There would have been no web slinging there.
But he's just like, well, he was gonna go down to I think Cancun or something. That was his goal, was to head down to Mexico, and he found Araceli because she was being human trafficked. She was with a bunch of people who were being human trafficked.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, shit, all right, I stopped this, and they found out there's a bigger problem going on, so he kind of stuck around to deal with the bigger problem.
Oh no, it gets worse. At one point, he starts traveling the multiverse in order to stop a zombie-like plague.
Oh yeah, no, I legit like. Say what you will about the Clone Saga, but I legit like Kane Parker and Ben Reilly.
I didn't really like Ben Reilly, but I like Kane Parker.
Kane Parker was cool, like his Scarlet Spider thing, and he joins up with another. Him and Araceli end up like joining some other people later on, just to kind of do stuff.
Now, I can't be the only one who thinks there's too many Peter Parker clones out there. I can't be.
There's way too many.
Okay.
Blame the Clone Saga.
Yeah, fair enough. Let's move on to the next one here. So we have screenshots of a Harry Potter RPG.
Oh yeah.
Now, I am a Potter fan, but as the
you know what? If you let me join the Death Eaters, I will play this in a heartbeat.
So you want to be a wizard Nazi?
Not in those exact words, but sure.
That's what the Death Eaters are, buddy. They're wizard
I'm gonna play a black wizard Nazi.
I mean, they don't care about race. They care about are you Muggle born or not? That's what they care about. They're wizard Nazis.
Or let me be a wizard murderer. I want to go around killing people with magic and then have to be taken down.
You want to play the villain, I see.
Yes, of course.
Hold on. Let's address one thing. As old as Harry Potter is, I'm legit wondering why no one made an MMO out of that series.
I don't know. This might be what they're trying to do here, but if this game ends up coming out and it's like this game is great, I'll probably play it.
Yeah.
Let me go and get sorted into my house and do my magic classes, pick fights with people.
According to Pottermore, I'm a Slytherin.
I am a Ravenclaw.
I always figured I was a Ravenclaw. Thank you, Pottermore, for ruining my dream.
I tend, on a lot of this stuff, I tend to be Ravenclaw, but occasionally I'll bump into Slytherin. Those are the two that I tend to sit in most.
Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I never figured I was a Gryffindor. I was like, yeah, I'm probably not a Gryffindor. And I knew it wasn't Hufflepuff, so I was like, well, I'm not as power hungry as Slytherin tend to be. Just very curious, so I figured I was a Ravenclaw, but not according to Pottermore. Damn it.
Nah.
I want all my non-existent money back, damn it. All the gnome dollars I spent. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one here. Holy hell, this is large. So, if you are planning to get Red Dead Redemption when it comes out later this year, prepare to empty about 105 gigabytes worth of space on your console.
Does it come with a free,
slide
free hard drive?
That's ridiculously large. Seriously,
Right?
105?
That is way too much.
That's way, like, I'm still gonna buy it and probably hate myself for deleting all the shit I have to delete, which, by the way, as of recent has been too much images of the photo mode on Spider-Man. Anyway.
Yeah.
But 105 gigabytes for a game, this better be a badass game at that huge of a file install, you know? That's I have played MMOs with less gigabytes than this is requiring.
Right?
I still can't wait for this game to come out.
Oh yeah. No, I'm super excited for it too. We'll have to buy an entirely new console to play it, but we'll be fine.
Buy a side PS4.
What's that one for? Oh, that was my Red Dead PS4.
It's only going to eat up like a fifth of my memory space. Jeez. Let's go ahead and we'll move on to the next one here. Google announces a new streaming service, but for video games. And the game they plan on using for this is the new Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
So they're saying it's gonna work like those NVIDIA like handheld things, but like I don't know. I don't see how this is. I don't get it.
I don't see it working, honestly. I don't think they're gonna go further. It's like Google Glass. I think they're gonna give it up eventually. But
yeah,
who knows?
But you know what? Unlike Google Glass, I think more than 3 people will actually be able to try this.
Fair enough. I don't think it will do well because it comes to the same problem that the entirety of Google is a problem with. You have to have it online. And
I don't think it'll do well either.
I mean, I hate to break it to some people. I know a lot of our listeners probably have the internet. I mean, we're an internet show. But there's still a lot of Americans
who
don't...
We're an internet show?
We're an internet show. On the entire internet.
Shit.
We're on all the internets.
I thought this was being broadcasted live on the radio.
Well, WBEZ Chicago... No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to steal this American life shit.
WBEZ Chicago. We're stationed out of Portland and Missouri.
Yep. That's very specific areas to do it out of, too. Yeah. We don't play in Chicago, but... Details. Jeez.
Going.
The majority of America, not a majority, a good chunk of America still does not have internet. Or doesn't have fast enough broadband to support this kind of thing. So unless Google's going to go around giving away the internets to people, it's kind of a dumb idea.
Yeah.
Or some people who don't have
I may give it a try, see how it goes, but I don't expect it to do... why are you playing noise? But yeah, no, I just don't see it catching on. I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure...
Speaking of things that are... Though, I could always be wrong, because speaking of things that have caught on, fucking Fortnite.
Yeah, right? Like, I thought the same, like, when I... Okay, full disclosure, I knew about Fortnite before it was popular, not in the...
So, I have a friend who's super mad at Fortnite right now, but it's because he liked Fortnite before it became the Battle Royale game.
Well, originally, it's a survival game with building mechanics.
That's what my friend liked, is he liked the survival game with the building mechanics.
Now, because I'm not trying to be like a hipster about it, I literally knew about this game series before it was popular because I liked the idea of it. And I even saved it on my computer, like, I can't wait for this game to come out.
That was my friend. Is he baited it on the PS4. He liked the whole tower defense survival aspect.
Right.
Base building, and now it turned into this, and now they're getting flack because of booby physics.
Yep. Which they openly admit that it was a bad idea. Apparently it was an item issue with their coding, and they just called it a calamity. So they apologized about the boob physics. Boob
physics.
Boob physics, yeah. All right. So that's interesting. I don't know how you fuck up that level of coding, but they did.
They went to the Team Ninja school of boobies. The Dead or Alive school.
I was going to say the DOA school.
Yeah.
Let's move on again to the next one. We finally have an idea of what Death Stranding is about, kind of, sort of.
Yeah, and it makes no
It
sense.
still makes no fucking sense, yeah. Hideo Kojima's like, it's about chords. That's why you see, like, what are the umbilical cords and shit. I'm just like, that still explains nothing, Kojima.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. I just...
We're gonna have to play. You realize to get the full story, we're gonna have to play like 20 games, and then read a book, and then go, "Oh, I get it now."
Yeah. I don't got that much time. I don't
I
know.
do, but I'm also a huge Kojima fan, so I'm still excited for this game. I'm gonna play it, go like, "Hey, can you explain what that game was about?" and go, "Nope." Can you explain Kingdom Hearts?
Well, actually, kind of. Only kind of. I can only kind of explain Kingdom Hearts, yeah.
That's Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid and Kingdom Hearts are both those games going, well, do you have an hour and a half?
I will say...
And I need charts. I need lots of charts.
I will say, in Kingdom Hearts' defense, every game makes sense for itself until you have to explore the background of what the hell's going on. That's when shit gets convoluted. Which is like, oh, look, there's a spirit of a person who possesses a kid, but it turns out he was another person back in the past who was there for a war that didn't happen because... So, are you lost yet? Did you get lost? You're lost now, right? Yeah. Anyway, that's a Kojima game for the sounds of it.
Oh, no, I was talking with a friend about Kingdom Hearts the other day of going like, I hope they explain a bunch of shit in Kingdom Hearts 3 because you're going to get that one guy who last Kingdom Hearts game he played was 2 and he's going to go into 3 and going, what the fuck is all this?
Here's an interesting note about that. I'm one of those people who haven't played since 2.
Because there's a bunch of important shit happened in side games that this person probably never played and he's going to start going, who's this person? Why is this guy here? I don't know anything.
That's me.
Ooh, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I was like, "What? Who's this guy? What are you? Why is he doing this? What the hell's going on?" That's
You have to play the Japanese only version of the remix to get that character's backstory. But they're the most important character in the game now.
Actually, interesting note. I actually do have Kingdom Hearts. Yeah. I actually have the Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 remix games, which include a lot of them, which is good because I have no idea what the hell's going on. So this will help clear up some of the past I don't know about, apparently.
All right. See, I don't have to do that with Metal Gear games because Kojima loves America, so like Metal Gear gets released in the U.S. before it gets released in Japan these days, and he's gone out and said that the American voice is the true voice and not the Japanese one.
Oh, cool! So the Norman Reedus is the actual voice of the character.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and like that. I think like the original Metal Gear and Metal Gear Solid, the Japanese one is the more true one.
Right.
But like ever since Metal Gear Solid, it's been the American version is like that's the quintessential.
Oh, like Big Boss and Solid Snake and
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's go.
Speaking of confusing shit.
Yeah.
Let's talk into some legal talk. Legal talk.
Legal talk. Yes, that was indeed a scale. Thank you.
This just in. Telltale layoffs lead to lawsuit.
Understandably, because
who didn't see that coming?
Yeah. Everyone who had a pension is not getting their pension. Many people are losing their jobs, and no one is getting their money. So yeah.
Why am I doing body theatrics when I'm not on camera?
That was a good question. Also...
But yeah, Telltale is getting a class action lawsuit for basically laying off people when they shouldn't have laid them off.
Yeah.
And I think it has more to do with laying them off without a severance package and without warning.
Well, it was without warning, without severance. So many people who had like their lives dedicated in Telltale games just lost like a shit ton of money. So anybody who had like families is not going to be able to support them anymore, and like a lot of violation of contract regarding from my understanding, they had a contract deal with many of the employees that they covered when they went over, or if they were fired or whatever. There was a severance package. They're not getting that. So, yeah, Telltale is fucking up rather bad. At this point, everyone, if you...
They done shat the bed.
Yes, they did. And I think we collectively as gamers should not be buying their games anymore. And I'm not just saying
no, we should not.
I already don't buy their games, but anybody who did, you probably should stop.
I have a bunch of their games, but it's all been from like Humble Bundle bundles.
Right.
Where it's like, here, have all of their games for $5.
Right.
Oh yeah, sure, why not?
But I think collectively we need to stop buying any of their games. That includes the Batman series they did, of course, Walking Dead, and
Tales from the Borderlands.
Tales from the Borderlands, and Minecraft Story Mode. That's the one they worked on. We need to just collectively stop buying their products because they're not.
I agree.
Well,
who's gonna get the money now?
I don't know. Probably pay off
some rich guy in a basement.
Some Enron shit, yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of other shit like that, so I'm kind of in a mixed bag on this next one, mainly because I'm usually for these kind of people, but he did make that mistake, and that's kind of on him.
So we had talked about this more than a few times in previous episodes, but the creator of the Witcher series, whose name I'm not going to bother pronouncing because I'm terrible at names.
Polish name, McPolish name?
Yes, Polish name, McPolish name. Thank you, Brian. When he initially, when they bought the rights to the Witcher series for video games, he settled for a flat $10,000 and did not want royalties because he said he didn't think they was going to make any money. And then it became one of the biggest game series.
Always go for royalties.
Always go for royalties. That's pretty much the show's slogan by now.
We need when we do a shirt, we need a shirt that says "Always go for royalties."
Always go for and we gotta sell an American Samoa. We have to. Those are the rules, Brian. We said that in episode 1. 31 episodes ago.
We also need to do GuamCon.
There you go. I'm sure that people in Guam would like to have a con.
I think the only people in Guam are either natives or military.
Pretty much, yeah. I've talked to people out of Guam. It's pretty much either a native or you're in the military. But the creator of the series is suing CD Projekt Red for $16.4 million, I think is what it states, because he had said that, well, the first movie was part of the contract, the second and the first video game was part of the contract, the second and third were not, it was just kind of like a handshake sort of deal, and that he deserves money. However, per the contract, he did waive any rights to royalties, instead went with the flat fee, so legally speaking he has no precedence.
And that's their defense of going, no, you agreed to this. And he did agree to it.
Mind you, I don't think they have rights for anything but the video games, so they don't have rights to like the upcoming Witcher series
or the tabletop role-playing game.
Yep, we're going to get to that here in a bit because that looks fun. But yeah, CD Projekt Red said that they're more than willing to work with him, but they're not going to pay $16.4 million.
Yeah.
Now, as you just alluded, they finally revealed or released the Witcher tabletop series, and it looks fun so far. They have a background rolling system.
Rolling your own peasant? I would like to be a peasant.
Dude,
my name is Jim. My name is Jim. I work on a farm, and I'm going to work on the farm for the rest of this game.
By the way, I love games that have background rolling systems. Like if you don't know what you want to play, you just roll up a background. That's one of my favorite.
Part of why I love playing Heroes Unlimited.
Yeah.
So you can make an entire character on Heroes Unlimited just by rolling off random tables.
They have,
including background.
I think it falls under like the West End game system, but there's a series of games called Mechaton Z. And in case you're wondering, it is a mech tabletop role-playing game there, Brian. So that's kind of up your alley.
Ooh.
They actually have a life path dice roller. So you can just like a D10 and a D6, and you pretty much decide the general details.
I was going to say, Fatal has something like that too. I stopped making a character 3/4 of the way through.
Mm.
I like tables, I like rolling random, but holy shit, I had to stop. I got to skills, and then I realized they want you to roll skills for every year old your character was. I
Ugh.
was playing a 400-year-old dwarf.
Oh no, 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 no! That would be just terrible.
That was too much. I'm like, I like charts, I like doing stuff like this, but oh my god. I wasn't phased by measuring my butthole circumference. I wasn't phased by measuring my dick length.
Oh,
I got turned off because it's like, now roll your skills. Okay, how do I roll my skills? Well, from the age of this age to this age, you have to roll one for every year. Now you reached adulthood. So now you got to roll from this table every year you've been an adult. And then I looked
fate.
at some of the things of like, I'm glad I only rolled a 400-year-old dwarf because I could have been like a 2,000-year-old demon.
Interesting note: I own a copy of Fatal, and apparently it's the most brosive game in the tabletop role-playing game.
It is. But you actually own a copy?
I own a copy because I got really curious about it because a friend told me. I was like, "What is this?" And it is as terrible as I thought it would be. Just
Wow, I
terrible.
don't even own a copy.
Dude, it is terrible. But I got
Can't
really
imagine.
curious. I got really curious. I was like, "What is this about?" And I was like, "Oh, this is stupid. This, I mean, it is detailed but stupid."
It's too much.
Yeah. But yeah, I own a copy of Fatal. Not more of a joke than anything else. We got off topic, but I look forward to playing this with my friends if I can get them to play the Witcher series, because most of my friends don't pay attention to the Witcher.
See, that's what happened. Like, my friends got excited about the Dresden RPG,
Yeah.
and they, like, tried getting me to play it, and I'm like, I've never read these books. And then they're like, here's your character thing. Write a paragraph about your background. And I'm like, I don't want to write a paragraph about my background.
That was my
That's what the
friend.
rules say. You have to write a paragraph about your background. I'm like, I don't want to write a paragraph about my background.
That was my friend. He loved the Dresden Files, and he was like, "Here, play this game with me." I'm just like, I don't know jack all about this series. What do you want me to do?
That was yeah, and it's like you need to write more about your background because that's the way the fucking the character sheet was. It was like a spot to write a paragraph about your background. I'm like, I don't want to write about my
Well,
background.
see, interesting note. I don't know which one you were playing. The one I was looking at was one based on the Fate system, which kind of requires that. And I got
I
immediately,
think it was the Fate one. I think it was the Fate one.
and I was immediately just like, I don't want to play Fate now, like any Fate game ever, because of
No, I don't either.
sometimes you just want to pick up and play, kind of like a video game. You just like character done, let's
Especially
go.
like if I knew something about the um
About
if
the
I knew
world.
something about the world, maybe I could have been like, cool, yeah. Um, I can write something about this, but I don't know anything about this world. Yeah, it's Fate. I'm looking at it. It's the Fate
Well,
one.
Brian, did you know that there's a service called Audible, which does include the Dresden Files? Now, I'm just joking. I'm not going to do a free advertisement for Audible, but they actually do have the
I'm
Dresden
the
Files.
free advertisement guy.
The advertisement.
We need to actually start getting some advertisers.
We're not sponsored by them, listener, for reference. But if you are interested, yes, they do have the Dresden Files, and I think they have the Witcher series as well.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the last one here.
So I like that they actually made a music video of this because this was something that happened on stage at one of their concerts, and I want to say LA.
Yeah. Well, it's Weezer did a cover of Toto's Africa because everybody's doing a cover of Africa nowadays, and they got Weird Al to be the lead in the music video.
But as I was saying, they were playing the Africa song in LA.
He wanted to
Weird Al happened to be there,
Yeah.
and he got on stage and played with them.
Yeah.
So now that they're doing the music video, I like how they get him on the music video because it's like full circle, and I am fine with this. I like Weezer. I like Africa. I like Weird Al.
I like all those things, but two of those
All
don't
put
mix
together.
together.
But
Two-
all together, it makes a wonderful thing.
Two of those don't mix, and that's the Weezer and the Africa part.
You
Their
don't
covers.
like the Weezer Africa cover?
I don't like the Weezer Africa. I mean, there are good
Uh-uh.
Africa covers. Like, go check them out. But Weezer, I mean, it's not the worst rendition, by no means.
I like it.
But yeah, it's great. I love how they got Weird Al to be in it, which is always fun.
Weird Al is always fun.
Weird Al is life.
But I think that's it for news. Anything else?
Nope, not at this time. Yeah, we'll be picking up like we normally do next week. Do you have anything you want to throw out there, Brian?
Not currently. I'm going to be on vacation next week, and also 2 weeks from now is Purge.
Nice.
So the weekend of the 20th of October is Portland Retro Gaming Expo. I will be there, among with people far more famous than I am on the internet. But I will be there. I'll also be at the Talking Simpsons live show that Saturday.
Nice. Do you want to?
And so that's cool. I'm excited for that.
Do you want to date those?
Saturday the 20th.
Nice. All right.
Purge is from October 19th to October 21st. I'm hopefully be able to meet up with some other famous people on the interwebs. I know the Retronaut guys are going to be there. You're going to get some of the people from the Normal Boots people who are going to be there.
Now, slight correction. You said other famous people. They are the famous people. We're not.
I'm not famous, but I'll be able to have a conversation with them because
True
I'm not.
enough.
I don't go as a guest. I work the auditorium stuff. That's the panels. So I actually get to go backstage and actually have conversations with these people.
Nice. Oh, there's one other bit of news I forgot to mention. As you probably know, we are both listeners to podcasts, obviously. And one of the ones I listened to is called the Thrilling Adventure Hour, which is in the style of those old 50 radio plays. They're coming back with the new season, which I'm super excited about. Yeah.
But yeah, I get to go see a live showing of one of my favorite podcasts, Talking Simpsons, and it sold out super fast.
Not surprised with that one.
So, get to go... Oh, and on top of that, fucking Bill Oakley's going to be there.
Yep.
I'm so excited! But, yeah, I hope everyone has a spooktacular Spooktober and doesn't get too spooked.
Spooky spook. Anyway.
It's 5 spooky for me. 3 spooky for me. You're welcome, Laura.
Alright, well, let's go and end it like we do every other week. My name is Dean.
And I'm Brian.
Have a good night, everyone.
I'll catch you later. Bye!
Thank you, everyone, for listening to this week's episode. If you like our shows, you can stay up to date on our social media accounts. You have Facebook at facebook.com/Geekus Speakus, or you can find us on Twitter at Geekus Speakus. We're also on Tumblr. If you want to message us, you can feel free to do so at gspeakus@gmail.com. Feel free to contact us, give any opinions or any suggestions. I would like to thank the band The Spinwires for their song Girls Like You. You can find them on their Bandcamp for the newest albums. I'll also like to thank Tom for his awesome logo art that we got. Last bit here is I would like to thank you for, listening to our show. We really appreciate it. Feel free to, find us on pretty much anything nowadays. So Google Play, TuneIn, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. Feel free to rate, subscribe, and just share it with your friends and family if you think we're appropriate. Anyway, I'd like to thank you all for listening. Have a good night.